Hey guys, welcome to our May 14th call inside of Authentic Alignment Business Accelerator. I am here with Emily Mailer today. She's going to be talking all about raising your frequency. So I'll let her introduce herself and take the lead here. But I hope you enjoy and let us know in the comments or in the group what your takeaways were.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me. I can't believe it's like the middle of May already. I feel like this year is flying by. I'm so like she said, my name is Emily, and I have been utilizing frequency therapy for about 2.5 years now, which is crazy to me. I had been watching a friend of mine share about this software, and it was very intriguing to me. It took me 9 months to finally like just say F it and commit, because I had been interested in doing a demo with her, and every time we had a demo scheduled, something kept coming up, and so it was just like whatever. But I'll backtrack a little bit. I have been into health and wellness for over 10 years now. I don't know where that time has gone. I feel like 10 years is a long time, and now I'm like it's gone. But I started off kind of just normal, like I liked health and wellness things to a degree. Tried to eat healthy in college, lots of salads, that kind of thing. Kind of did essential oils, but like really killed the whole entire floor likely with eucalyptus, because I was like, eucalyptus is great for sickness, and I it wasn't just a drop in the humidifier, it was like a lot in the humidifier. And I'm a very stubborn and know what I'm doing type of person. So nobody could tell me not to do it. So that was fun. Anyway, moving on from that, I moved back home. I learned about essential oils in a much better way, that we only need like a drop of oil to have a very therapeutic results. I had joined doTERRA. I did essential oil classes and educated on oils for a long time, like 3 years. And then I got pregnant, had a baby, and I was going to be the oily mom. And I was super excited. And then whenever I had my son, your senses are super heightened. And I was like, okay, this is like really strong. And the way that doTERRA and most like MLMs promote it is to just use them straight and undiluted. Excuse me. And that started my journey in learning a lot more about the safety of essential oils and learning how to dilute them properly and how to use them properly. So I kind of shifted away. I still love doTERRA as a company, but I shifted away from educating just on like doTERRA oils. I've focused more on like proper usage of essential oils. I had started an aromatherapy certification, and then I decided to open a wellness directory instead. So I had stopped doing that, did my wellness directory for a few years, um, and then just kept learning, kept getting to know different people, learn different things. Um, and then I just closed down 2 years of my life. I had a physical shop, and it was more focused on the frequency and the community aspect of health and wellness. But the essential oils were kind of my gateway into understanding some of the wellness aspects and some of the frequency aspects, because each aroma has a specific frequency essentially that helps the body. And then I started learning a little bit about plant frequencies and how every single plant has a frequency, and foods, you want to eat live foods because they have a higher frequency than, dead processed foods that have been just denatured essentially. um and so I kind of like started understanding some of that a while ago. And so the um frequency thing, just it made sense. Like I've always been learning, and that has helped. So with frequencies, everything around us is a frequency. If you go to the smallest thing of an atom, which technically isn't the smallest thing because an atom is made up of protons, electrons. So essentially like energy. Um, Protons, electrons, and neutrons, I believe. I've been like learning this recently with my son in homeschooling, and I'm like, this is perfect because I need to know it. Because I've been learning more about quantum physics, and that's where some of that is. Everything is connected at that energetic level. So you think about how, on one aspect of like, you're thinking about a friend, and all of a sudden they call you, and you're like, I was just thinking of you. Like, you guys connected. Like, there was a connection there and they decided to call you. And those are always super fascinating, but that's part of that quantum, that's part of that like intuition kind of thing. Um, then there's the aspect of like radio frequencies. How do you open your car door when you're in a parking lot full of cars? You click the button for your car, it's programmed to your car. Um, yeah, it's how Wi-Fi works. It's how cell phones connect to each other. Like all of that involves frequency and energy. And it's so fascinating to me. And I want to know all the things, but I don't, and that's okay. So I just keep learning. And then we get to like the physical aspect of frequencies of the body. Every single cell in your body has a frequency. And there are, I know Russian, likely like the Russians, the Germans, there's I feel like another culture uh has done a ton of research on the frequencies, and a lot of that comes out of Russia. And they've created essentially this blueprint of frequencies that um of what is an optimal frequency for each part of the body. So that's your cells, that's your organs, that's your glands and your muscles and your bones and all of that. And when they're out of balance, then that is when it's causing dis-ease. So like you have some inflammation that's from a an unbalanced frequency. Like if you cut yourself, like that's going to affect your frequency of your skin, that kind of thing. If you break a bone, that's going to affect that frequency of the bone. Um, it's just so fascinating. So I personally use a device. It's called the AO Scan software. It's from a company called Solex, and it is network marketing. But I utilize it not just as a network marketing company. I utilize it with my clients, and essentially, it has this whole entire blueprint in it. And you use your voice. So you talk for 10 seconds, and it analyzes your voice as well as your physical body in a quantum sense. That's the part that's kind of like, don't know how it works. It just does. I scan people in Australia without their voice, and like she's always says it works. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm glad. But that's also how I broadcast too. People don't have to hear it, they don't have to see it, nothing. I just broadcast to people every single morning and it gets to them. And it's that energetic energy is everywhere and how we are all connected. Um, so it looks at your emotions, it looks at the physical aspect of your body and shows you what's out of balance. It's an educational tool, not a diagnostic tool. And so you can use it to educate yourself. Is my pancreas working at its optimal amount? Do I need some support with my joints? Do I need support with my adrenals? And then you can utilize the frequencies in the software. There are so back when I was like mid-teens, my parents' friends had a Rife machine, and I thought it was the coolest thing. And it's just like light, and it gives off frequency. And I would occasionally go over and use it. They also had a foot detox. Um, After that, they got a Photon Genius, which is like even bigger machine that has even different colored lights and does some heat stuff. I'm pretty sure they've added other things since then. Um, and I was like, I want one of these. One day I want a room in my freaking house that has all of this stuff because that's what they had. And I was like, this is super cool. Now I have it in the palm of my hand, in the palm of my hand on my cell phone. And I have that access to that type of technology. So there are Rife frequencies, there are Bach flower remedies, there are Australian bush flowers, which are similar to the Bach flowers, just different. There is homeopathy. There are ones that Solex have created themselves, essentially. Like there's so much, plus the biofeedback of like understanding what your body needs. And I love all of that. Customization for balancing your emotions. So um how do I want to talk about that? I'm sorry, I'm like, wait, now I need to transition. Um so so anyway, it's super exciting to me. That's what I utilize with my clients. And as energetic beings, we have that high vibe, low vibe. If you're feeling low, if you're feeling a little depressed, if you're feeling anxious, that's that lower vibration state. If you are feeling love, gratitude, authentic, is the highest frequency, I believe, is what I have seen. Um, if we can raise that frequency, then we can attract more because like attracts like. Um, and it's just so fascinating to me. So on the aspect of raising your frequency, you can utilize the software, you can learn and understand your body. Like I said, you can do this on your own with the software. And I have a team that we are working, slowly working on getting more consistency with. Please don't come in here. What are you doing? He wants to come in. Are you going outside? Okay, you need to give me a hug and go. Love you. Okay, go. Go, please. Hunter. Mama, what? I'm done with this. When I'm done with that? Yeah. Can you speak quickly? Crap. Yeah, we'll talk to Daddy about it. Go out and shut the door, okay, please? Yeah. Hurry up. So all of that raises our vibration. We can learn and educate ourselves on like healing the body. There's definitely an aspect of energy. There's an aspect of physical matter. I recently heard, can you shut the door, please? I recently heard a thing about Albert Einstein that was talking about matter and energy and how like you need energy and you need particles and they work together. They feed off of each other. So like if you say have like I just did a presentation discussed emotions and organs. So like the liver and anger is affected together. And so like if you're an angry person, you likely have liver problems. Or it could also be in the reverse. If your body isn't functioning in a good state, it could be causing some anger issues. I really think that's some of the case with one of my kids because he has really intense tantrums and stuff. And I think that part of it is his liver needs a little bit of support and detox. Anyway, it's just fascinating to see that energy and that matter they coexist and they need each other. So raising our vibration and our energetic state can help with that physical aspect. And then, of course, eating nourishing foods, that's a physical aspect and an energetic aspect. Being grateful for things, all of that helps. And then the other thing that I like to just share as a freebie is there's a ton of free resources for frequencies. YouTube is a freaking treasure trove about learning about frequencies, as well as you can find frequencies there. They are typically more like related to the hertz. So 528, 432, those are two really big, powerful hertz. But if you go to YouTube, go to the search bar and type in frequencies for infection, frequencies for calming, frequencies for focus, literally anything, something will come up. And they're going to be very similar. They're going to be with like the specific hertz, but then you have music, to go with it. And I think that intention is also another aspect of frequency. And so having that intention of healing or having that intention of calm while listening to those frequencies can really just shift you traumatically or dramatically. But yeah, so any thoughts or questions that you have? We can kind of have an open discussion if you would like. How do I work with clients? Yes, that's a great question. So the way I work with clients has shifted a lot over the years. I have kind of been in a transition. So my goal with people is to not be the person who knows everything and can fix all your problems. Because I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. But I do believe we have innate ability to heal ourselves. We just need those resources. So I empower people to take that wellness and that control back in their lives of understanding how the body functions, of learning how to research various things or look up some things. And I tie that in with the biofeedback and the frequency broadcasting. So an initial client is a 2-hour session. Sometimes it goes to 3, depending on how much we like to talk. But I run all of the reports. I go through and find patterns on what areas of the body we need to support. And then throughout that, I give lifestyle suggestions. So some of the reports actually have lifestyle suggestions in them. to support each area of the body, which is super helpful. And then I kind of give them a little bit of homework, like, hey, if this is something you want to do, maybe look at this. If certain vitamins or minerals come up on it, I tell them to research foods that have those vitamins and minerals. I'm not huge on supplements, so I recommend foods. I recommend herbs, um, tinctures, things like that that are very bioavailable for the body. And then the other aspect of supporting them is uh, broadcasting frequencies. So each of my clients gets frequency broadcasts. If they're a like regular monthly client, they get 3. Or if they just are interested in the broadcasting and not even the reports, I do just clients for broadcasting. So for one option is $25 a month. For 2 options is 35, and then for 3 options plus an inner voice is $45 a month. And every single morning I broadcast to my clients and they get that healing support, and the results that they see are amazing. Um, if they want to do the sessions, then we take that time to do the sessions and look at the reports. They also get an audio to listen to when they do the reports from the inner voice. The inner voice, oh my goodness, what do I want to say here? The inner voice spits out a custom audio specific for you and whatever you're needing emotionally. And then because the emotions and the physical connect, it's also helping your physical body as well. Um, do I need to be present for the frequencies to work? No, that is like the super cool thing. They work on scalar waves and quantum physics. So I typically start the broadcast anywhere from 7 to 9 a.m. and they go for an hour, and you don't even necessarily know when I'm doing them. I used to text everybody like when it started, when it ended. My clients now are just like, whatever you got them. But I try to check in with my clients every week and just see if they're helping or if they need to shift at all. And they're always just like, I don't know how this works, but I feel good. I'm in less pain, or I, have more energy. The one client actually wakes up when I broadcast hers. She has wanted an energy one, and so I send her an energy one every morning. She's a time zone behind us, I believe, 1 or 2 time zones behind us, and she never used to be a morning person, and she's waking up every morning now. So the frequencies. And I just think that's super cool. But she's also very sensitive to the frequencies. Not everybody feels that immediate thing. When I was doing some groups on digestion, I had the one lady would text me and be like, "Are you running frequencies right now?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I am." She's like, "I'm in the bathroom." And so like they worked, and she was someone that struggled with, going to the bathroom. So it's just been cool to see how those work and support your body. Any other? What if I want the software? Can I buy it and use it on me and my family and not as business? Yes. The software itself is $149 a month, and that's for all of the things I just talked about. You can run your inner voice as many times as you want. You can add as many people as you want for $149 a month. So you can do your friends, your family. You can create a business out of it if you want to. If you don't, you can just use it for yourself. And but you can do the inner voice. There is an aspect that you can add all of your supplements to it, and it'll tell you what supplements you need. That's called a quick scan, or the easy scan will show that too. So that you don't have to spend a ton of money on supplements. You're just using what you need every day versus taking this like 10 15 rounds of supplements. Like I don't personally do very many supplements anymore. If things come up in the scanner, I do trust the scanner, and it's typically stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, I have been struggling with that, I will take that. um but you can even add even more than that. It's amazing. You can broadcast to people. You can't yourself. They have a multicast feature now, so you can like set your whole family up and then put different playlists together, and then do the playlist for each member of your family, and let that run all day if you want, or just for an hour, or for 5 minutes, like whatever you'd like. And then of course the reports. As a mom, I have 3 kids. I do like using the reports, especially when my kids are sick, because I have all these health and wellness tools. We don't really go to the doctors. So sometimes I don't always know like if it's viral or if it's bacterial or if it's a parasite or like that kind of stuff. And so I can run the report and kind of see what's showing the most. It might not be the exact thing that they have, but if there's like a crap ton of viruses, then I know that their viral load is high. So I can focus on things that are more antiviral. If it's more bacteria, more antibacterial, like that kind of thing. So I like being able to utilize it in that way for our family, and for myself too. They also have another cool piece. I don't talk about this very often, and I should. It's partly because I don't use it because I'm like trying to get my life organized. But it's called it's called MindSync. I just thought of another one. There are all of the tuning forks on this app now too. Every single one. There's like 36 or 38 or something. I can't remember the number. And you can run a little scan and it'll tell you what one you need. So that one's super exciting. So the Mind Sync, you go in, you can scan for what the device is going to say, what affirmations you need, and then they have affirmations pre-programmed, or you can write your own and record them. But you record yourself saying the affirmations, and then there's new features that I haven't fully played with. There's like the inner voice aspect is now added, and a Bach flower is now added. And I'm just like, this is so much. I don't know how to, like, it's just so much. But with those two, as well as the music, and you just like click scan, it's super easy to use. It's just a lot of information. And then you listen to yourself saying the affirmations. So not only have you said your affirmations, you're listening to it in your voice, which is helping. And then there's like this binaural aspect, and then the sounds and the frequencies and all this stuff. And it's really getting to that subconscious state of your mind and really rewiring your mind. I have seen so many testimonials, and I'm like, you need to stop just not using it. Like, I need to use it. And the days that I have used it, it's amazing. I just need to use it more consistently. Yes, around worthiness and around receiving it, that would be an amazing one. I would really like to do, I have like all these ideas for stuff. I want to create a really good one, like affirmation like just a list of affirmations around focus, with ADHD and things like that, because I think that I believe ADHD can be healed because it's just how your brain is wired, and I believe we can rewire our brains. So being diagnosed with ADHD, I try not to take on that label, and I really think that the mindset could help a ton. I just need to actually do it, with really being focused and organized and kind of having more of a life of ease in that aspect. But yes, around worthiness and receiving, there's ones already in there for like morning, afternoon, and evening. There's ones around money. There's a lot of really cool ones already in the software, but you could also, like I said, do 60-second custom one. And then the last question, if I do want to create a business, do you support my journey? I absolutely do. Like I said, I'm kind of adjusting some things, but I do have some people that are on my team that are building a business with this. So I'm available 24/7. I might not respond right away, but you can message me 24/7. If I am not in a place to respond, I won't. But whenever I get that, is typically within 24 hours, I will respond with any answers that you need. And then we are starting weekly calls. Those are still working on specific dates, but we'll have weekly calls. I'm going to start focusing on like one aspect of the device every month or every week. And we'll kind of do a little bit of a deep dive, and then I can answer questions. If we want to focus more on business, we can focus more on business. I have a course that I created for kind of understanding the software that people can use. And so if they want to be working with clients, they can kind of have an idea of how to do that. I want to work on a little bit more on the like businessy side of things too, with like a little bit of like social media suggestions and stuff like that for those that want to build some of that aspect. Some like swipe my copy kind of stuff. But yes, so I will help anyone who wants to create this business. You earn money if you enroll people. So like I said, it's $149 a month for the software. Every single person that is enrolled under you that's doing that, you make it's like $47 per person that has the software active every month. And then if they purchase any products, so Solex has this whole other side of products and you earn 45% on any of your downlines purchases, your immediates. It's we don't have to talk about structure, but it's really great. And but they have a lot of really awesome products. I just got a terahertz wand, learning a little bit about terahertz. Apparently terahertz is like a perfectly healthy frequency. So you wand this air and it has crystals and all kinds of stuff. um they have supplements, which some of them I'm into, some of them not. But anyway, there's lots of different ways that you can utilize that as a business too. So, yeah. Any other questions, thoughts?
That was awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you for all the information
Yes, you're welcome.
and all that you can see how much you love it
Yes,
and how
I
much it really
do.
helps. I
It,
can attest to how much it really helps because after losing my dad, just having the grief frequencies and along with doing all the work that I'm doing has helped me process so much better than what I would have ever imagined myself to process in this situation.
yeah, absolutely.
So
I've
I
been very
appreciate
glad
that.
that I could support you in that way. So,
Yeah, I appreciate it so much. Um, my only other question is where can people find you?
yes, people can find me on YouTube or in YouTube. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at the Wellness Community SoCo is the best place. I do have personal, obviously, accounts too. My name is Emily Mailer on Instagram. It's Exploring Life Unfiltered. Um, but I've been kind of sharing the frequency stuff all over those different platforms. And I do have a YouTube, so you can search for that. It's the Wellness Community SoCo. And I have some of the like tutorials on how to utilize the software and stuff like that. And I'm working on building that out some more too. Um, but yes,
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much for all the information today.
you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I loved it. Cool. So yeah, if you need to contact Emily, you can do so with how she showed you, or if you want, you can shoot me a message and I will get you guys in a message together.
Perfect.
For all the information. But thank you so much again. And thank you guys for watching the recording. And we love you. And we'll see you at the next call, which we're going to have a nutrition masterclass next Tuesday at 2:30. So you can
Nice.
look forward to that. All right. We'll see you guys next time.